and we have to challenge them on them. So don't ever say that. Say, because you don't know what is this side of heaven and you don't know what's on the other side of heaven. What? Man, listen. You're going too far. I said, okay. Pull me back. Rein me back in then. He said, I'm going to let that alone. Because we are in the Collective Koinonia and we are here for certain things and so on. Here come McDaniel's hand up. And First Baptist hand up. This is what we are here for. We're here to learn. The quickest one to say anything was the pastor of where they used to do the baptism. Well, Sister Elizabeth and them used to do all their baptizing there. What's the name of that? On the corner of City Co and Dotson.
Prospect.
Prospect, yeah. He would say, oftentimes, he said, I'm not, he said, I'm head of the Bible Union, whatever it was, seminary here, but I'm not going to get in the middle of this. So, but, all we do is come in here to learn. And we don't come in here to debate something we don't understand. He said, I'm president of the Bible, the greatest arm in Chattanooga concerning the Bible. For the Baptist people, he would always make that plain. For the Baptist people. He said, I'm not talking about Presbyterian and nothing else. That's for the Baptist people. And I don't want us to get hung up on something just because we hadn't heard it before or we don't understand it that way. He was a shrewd old dude. I don't know if I guess he's still living. Pastor Prospect.
Which pastor?
Huh?
Which pastor?
What was his name? I don't forgot now, but I think, if I make no mistake, he's still living. A couple of years ago, he was still living because I bumped into somebody and they...
Robinson was the pastor back then.
Oh, Lord, man, Robinson ain't been... Robinson died years ago.
I know it, but which pastor you talking about? You said Pastor Perdue used to use that pool. Robinson was the pastor then.
Yeah.
And my granddaddy died.
Well, I wasn't being stressing that, but they used Prospect Baptist pool.
Right.
Okay.
And so who
was the pastor then? I don't know.
Robinson.
Okay. I never knew Robinson. I never met Robinson in my life, as I know.
His wife lived a lot longer than he did. She was still living in the 80s.
Who?
His wife, Mariah Robinson.
I don't know anything about the Robinsons. All I know is about this fellow that retired from the armed forces, and he came in here as the pastor of the Prospect Baptist Church and became the head of the Baptist Union and some other things concerning the Baptists. And he'd tell you anytime, don't bring me Presbyterians and Methodists and Episcopalians and holiness and none of that stuff. He said, I don't know nothing about it. He said, I'm a Baptist. And I think that's what set him off and made them want him to do these particular things that he excelled to. But one of the things, he didn't have to ask nobody for nothing because he was retired from the armed forces. And, you know, he had plenty of money coming in. And if I make no mistake, he retired at a pretty decent rate. When I say rate, this is from E6 up to officers and then beyond officers. And I don't know what position he was when he retired. I never got into all that stuff. They trying to get my 2 discharges straightened out now. They don't understand how I got discharged 1 year as a corporal, E4, and less than a year, I got discharged as a E6 staff sergeant. And they said, well, how did you excel from corporal, from E4 to E6 that fast? I said, I don't think that was fast. He says, why? I said, I had already spent my time in Korea. Fighting for this country so they wouldn't come over here and, you know, walk the streets and do what Hitler said he was going to do, but he never was able to do it. They start to listen, then all the veterans start to listen. All the old veterans, and they would say, you don't think nobody can do that, do you? I said, yeah, all it has to be is all the soldiers rebel, refuse to fight the enemy, and come back home. And after a while, the enemy come on over here and take over. They said, you believe that? I said, I know that. I said, if you don't know that, you don't know biblical history. I said, in typing, what is it? In learning how to type, what are the famous words they tell you to type? Now's the time for all good men to do what?
Come to the aid of the country.
They're not interested in you just typing. They're interested in you getting that centered into your head. So, you know, when you become of age, hey, hit the road, Jack. Get on out of here and protect this country. We are not...
For my own sake.
Oh, well, I didn't know how dangerous it was for people to talk about crossing, somebody done crossed over and went back to the level. South Pittsburgh, what's that? Hello?
Please hold. Important Medicare beneficiary information. If you have Medicare, we have important information regarding your benefits. Please press 1 and an advisor can go over your benefits with you. Thank you.
Somebody would be crazy not to push that word and wait for the advice. Boy, what a slick way to get to you if they can. If you are on Medicare, who is it that ain't on Medicare that done hit, what is it, 55 or 65?
65.
65? Who is it that ain't on Medicare? Nobody that is 65 years of age. Boy. These people will do anything, say anything, or ask anything, and will use anything to get to you if they can.
For mine own sake. Even for mine own sake.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Even?
Even for mine own sake.
What?
Will I do it? For how should my name be polluted? I will not give my glory unto another.
I will not give my glory unto another. I won't do nothing but give my glory unto my wife. Man is God's wife, right?
His glory.
So now, if you give your glory to your wife, you're giving it to yourself, because it takes two to make one. For this cause shall a man leave father and mother and cleave unto his wife, and they shall be no more twins, but one flesh. Husband and wife ministry. I remember what Buster Patterson said a few months after I was in Dalton, a few months after we had the parade, husband and wife parade, and he said to me, Brother Bledsoe, how long have you known this? And Sister Patterson just took it up and said, yeah, we want to know how long have you known that husband and wife is not just the ministry of men, Brother Patterson, but the ministry of God and his wife. I said, I don't know. It's been a long time. And he said, wives and husbands are really and truly into something there, aren't they? I said, no.